So, Lantern Control off to a good start with a Ley Line of Sanctity down straight away. And that's not Kieran McCallum on fish. Ley Line of Sanctity down. Codex Shredder, Mishra's Bauble. This is actually a disgusting start. Let's get the wrong names away first. And I'll get my players the right around. So. That would be good. Wow, that's not how you spell Lantern. That is not even close to how you spell Lantern.
This is just normal scape shift. It's not.
It's okay. Fair enough.
It's normal Titan shift versus Lantern Control.
Okay. Well, there's a Ley Line of Sanctity down out in the main deck straight away. Wow. Okay, and I can't change the word fish. The word fish is.
Click on it.
I did.
Go to. Click the tabs. No. Keep it.
Go away.
Eh?
Huh. Like the overlay thing's got. We got.
What did you?
Well, let's play without the overlay rather than with the wrong overlay. All the things
you've
are
been clicking
collected.
the wrong thing. That's all. You've been clicking on the overall overlay.
Okay, there we go. That works. So Search for Tomorrow is on suspend. And the mill is happening.
Yeah, this is down to whether Valak is in play, and Sean kind of has one already.
He does, which makes it quite tricky for Lantern Control. Although they do, that is a Ghost Quarter over there. And there's the Ensnaring Bridge, another Mistress Bauble.
I'm just going to edit this out.
But there is a Ley Line of Sanctity, so at the moment he can't die unless
combat damage happens.
Which it won't, because Ensnaring Bridge. I think Lantern.
There's no Lantern in play at the moment, though.
There isn't, which means that Sean might luck into drawing an answer.
Yeah, before an Ensnaring. Well, the Ensnaring Bridge is there.
There's a bridge down already. So this is pretty much over, I think, already. But Sean obviously thinks he's got outs, so he's continuing to develop his lands.
Nothing. Sean doesn't have any main deck enchantment removal.
Okay. So how does he think he's going to get the win then?
I don't know.
Steve?
No, he scooped it up already.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
He has 2 summoners packed in the main board, 2 prismatic omen, 3 lightning bolt. Oh, he has a wood elves in the main board as well. And Hour Promise.
Okay. So what's he bringing out of the sideboard to fix these problems? Two Nature's Claims.
Nature's Claims, Reclamation Sage.
Beast Within.
Ancient Grudge.
Right now he's got a bunch of stuff. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Witchbane Orb does... Actually, Witchbane Orb's alright. Gives him hexproof. Means he can't be milled with Codex Shredder. Means he can only be milled with the one that mills both of them. Or is that Codex Shredder?
No, Codex Shredder is target
player.
I don't know if it's target library, actually, one of them. There's also Pixis of Pandemonium.
Yeah.
Or it's target player.
Yeah, I thought so.
Piffing. So Lantern will probably start in both surgicals.
Yeah.
Megas of the Moon.
Oh yeah, for sure. So there's Codex Shredder.
Maybe Collective Brutality as well.
Lantern is just a very weird deck.
Yeah.
It's all these sort of barely playable.
That's not working the way I wanted to.
No, it's not. We've got the booth cam down there. We're fine. we would want to go back to, I guess, the overlay. There we go.
Yeah.
All these little effects that mill one card, and Lantern of Insight, which lets you look at the top card of your opponent's library.
Of each player's library is revealed.
Yeah.
Then you sack it to shuffle target player's library.
There you go.
I love how the community rating's not like over 4 stars like most modern cards. People are just like, no, this is 3.5. Get out.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a bad card to people who don't understand the context of the other cards and the form. Like, it's a terrible card, like in a vacuum.
It's amazing. 1 mana, reveal both.
Reveal 2 cards, and you get a shuffle. A shuffle.
I mean, this is typically like one of those last pick cards in Champions or Saviour's draft. I don't know. It's fifth dawn, isn't it?
It is. I own one of these. I got it years and years and years ago, and I thought it was junk, and I kept it and kept it and kept it, and it paid off because I now own a card that's worth £5.
It's still kind of junk. And it's hard to get rid of.
Yeah, because
like I remember when George was trying to sell his Lantern deck, it was just like, this is just not happening.
Well, because no one wants to play the deck really. I mean, it's great fun to play, but like
it's a very hard meta
it's
deck.
really hard.
Like
there's a lot. I mean, I like it because there's a lot of complex decisions.
Yeah, but if like Affinity gets popular, you just like don't play the deck.
Yeah.
Whenever Affinity is popular, the hatred splashes onto Lantern, and also Affinity is just good against Lantern.
Yeah.
I'm taking forever to shuffle.
Well, it's very important that they don't clump all their lands together.
That's why you put them in the right place before you start, right?
Well, I look like Harry Potter who hits the gem. Really? I do have a scar on my forehead in the right place. It's not a lightning bolt, but you know. And the last time I hit the gem was it's nearly a decade ago. So I appreciate that.
About the same, really.
I get my reps in lifting people.
I think the last time I went to the gym was like 10 years ago.
Oh, he didn't say you look like Harry Potter. Here's the gym. He said I do. I think.
No.
Maybe you do. Must be.
No, it's all the cancer. It takes years off of my life.
I shouldn't be laughing at that. But
no, but nobody thinks I'm like 27. I still get ID'd all the time.
I think that's because they're terrified and they ID everyone now.
There's a clear sign saying, if you think they're under 25, ID them. And yeah, it happens to me.
Wow.
I didn't get ID'd when I was 15.
Yeah, that's because no one cared when you were when I was 15, it was sort of encouraged. You know, yeah, go have a beer. They are allowed to use their own playmats. They probably just can't be bothered. But if you would like a snazzy Team Athena playmat like that, £10 from the store, and they are even sexier in real life.
It's called shameless advertising.
I'm not even getting paid to advertise this stuff. They're good.
That's a big turn 1.
Wow.
Escape
Those
Shift,
are many spells.
Farseek, Wood Elves,
Mox Opal,
Prismatic Omen,
Mishra's Bauble. So, what are you taking? You taking this shift there? Probably.
Yeah.
You take the.
You could take it later if you really feel like it, but
yeah, I think you just take it. Like, sure, your opponent can ramp some.
What am I doing? Wrong life total.
I don't think these life totals.
If you don't have another Thoughtseize or Inquisition in hand, then
Doesn't look like he does. He has something whiteboarded in his hand.
You drew Our Promise for the turn? Or?
Looks like. That's a pretty good card here. Wow. You should have recommended Lantern Control, Tim.
Not having a Valakut in play is kind of painful.
He'll find one eventually.
But then after sideboarding, the Surgical's there, so it's like, do I play the Valakut or not?
Yeah, you do not want to. It goes Quarters and then Surgical. Oh, there is a Valakut right on top.
Oh yeah, score update.
Way. We are consummate professionals here.
Yep.
You never saw...
Hey, look, an Ancient Grudge.
Yeah, it's a good card. It's a real good card. Do you want a minute? Go on. Go on, a minute.
It's a bit late for that.
Well, there's everyone's best friend Steve on top. There's an ensnaring bridge on top of that library as well. That's a bit of a problem.
A little bit. But not too much.
No. But I mean, this is sort of the problem that the Scapeshift deck is going to have from here on now. Like with the Lantern in play, Matt Hunt gets to choose which card Sean draws. If he's got something threatening on top, he's going to get milled for one. Alright, so there's a Prismatic Aim, and not a terribly significant play right now.
No, it's not really used to like combo kill.
I mean, it does mean that if he actually manages to get a Valakut into play, it'll be active immediately, which is relevant. Another Codex Shredder on top. And now this is where it starts.
Really good.
Oh, it's real good, but is it good or not? Well,
he's drawing the Codex Shredder.
He's going to play the Codex Shredder and just get rid of that. I would not.
Yeah, I know, Stephen. I'm sorry. The repairing happened.
We tried. And to be fair, we picked your game because we wanted to see Juns, not because we wanted to see...
He might build... He might just... Oh, he's going to use Our Promise to get 2 Valakuts in play. That way, if there's a Ghost Court or anything, it doesn't matter.
Which there isn't right now.
Yeah.
It's going to...
That's probably going to win the game.
He's not going to win it straight away, but it's going to make it quite hard. And the fact he's got the Ancient Grudge in hand now means that he can slow the damage that Lantern Control is able to do to him. Oh yeah, you find the 2 Valakuts right here, right now, and that's going to do 6 damage. Maybe not. That's going to do a lot of damage.
I would think you'd find both of them.
It's going to do 12 damage.
Well, it's not just that. It's just a safety net. If one gets blown up and the rest get surgical, you still have one in play.
Now there's not many cards that Matt's going to be happy to see on top of Sean's deck.
Yeah.
Like just about everything is going to do him 3 damage, and he's on 5. That life token says 5, not 17.
I love the fact that after cracking the Mishra's Ball, Sean just like picks up the fast and goes, "Have you seen this? You can see it."
monstrous bauble on top.
What
And a
do you
basic
think
mountain.
What do you think Matt's like game plan is now?
I mean, he doesn't have any ways to gain life. He doesn't have any realistic way to get rid of those Valaquets. I don't think he has any outs. I think
You have to go twice and surgical.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, if he draws it, great, but he's not. He's not. I think maybe his out is stick around in the game as long as possible, see how much information he can get about how his opponent's sideboarded.
Why do I put one over here? Brain.
Yeah. You get you. And your life total from that hunt is still wrong. It's alright, you're only 12 out. There we go. So that is a surgical on Valaquets. That means he does get to go and look through the deck. So he's looking for things like the Beast Within. How many Nature's Claims there are. I imagine after he's resolved his surgical, he will probably
Relics
escape.
are inside as well.
Yeah. Relics are useful because you can respond to a... Yeah, there you go. There's the scoop after surgical, as we thought. Relics are useful because you can respond to some of them trying to mill the top card of your library by just drawing it.
It's also for the Academy runes.
Yeah. Stephen's Tale of Woe. I know that feeling well. You got a good deck, you're playing well, and your mana base doesn't show up.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Never happens. What draft format is this?
What draft format is this?
Draft
a deck format. You
75 card constructed.
Oops. The entire collection of Magic box sealed.
First score update. Kieran won 2-0 in the rematch of the last round.
Oh boy!
How's he gonna come back?
Oh, that's sick. In case you guys didn't hear that, Kieran won 2-0
against Lewis, who pushed him down to ensure that they were matched up against each other. Like that,
yeah, that was one of the reasons
that they were matched up against each other because he dream crashed. If they hadn't dream crashed, they wouldn't have been paired. So what did he have turn 1 for Lars this time?
I wasn't entirely sure. I was watching.
You're watching the feature match, sure.
That's gross.
That's
hooray for Kieran!
So Kieran has triumphed over the evil Lewis and his vile, villainous, dream-crushing ways. Commiserations to Lewis, though. He was a nice guy about it, and also his deck was sweet.
Yeah. Blowing up lands is fun. You get to kill a creature and discard a card. All of that, and make them lose a life.
I know.
Oh my god. All for 2 mana. God.
It's like your perfect thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
We're all going to be miserable.
Maybe I should stick it in my commander deck. Maybe I should stick Pox in there.
You probably should, you know.
I've already got Death Cloud in there.
Yeah, you do. Torment of Health, all those things where choose which miserable thing is going to happen to you.
Yep. We're going to pick up some cards for it in a minute.
Anything spicy you want to tell the chat about?
Decree of Annihilation.
Yeah, that's pretty miserable for everyone.
Yeah. Tainted Aether.
Ugh.
I'll probably pick up a Nevis disc if it's cheap.
Left disc are cheap.
Yeah, some people aren't. I don't know. Some vendors are like, it's $4.50. It's like, what? And some people are like, no, it's £2.
It's been printed
Yeah,
so many
printed
times.
a lot, but it is a staple. So, you know, it's like Sovereign was like $2.50 until the Commander decks came out again.
Because every time Commander decks products come out, everyone builds a new deck, so they need another Soul Ring.
Mm-hmm. That is a spicy meatball. Ish. I
mean,
don't know. Is it really?
It's going to feel real good when you're comboing off and you're just like, oh, if this was one of the elves, I would be able to tap my Hemorrhage Steward in extra time and get 3 extra mana and win. But I have this blossoming defense. Oh,
It's alright. You just pump your Heritage Druid and hit them. No
yeah, you would have
worries.
gone to 0, but instead you're going to
16.
16. Ha! And I can see why it'd be useful. It's pretty cool if you can force your opponent to play around it.
It's like a Farseek and an Hour Promise.
Yeah, and something red.
Ancient Grudge.
Ancient Grudge. Okay, starting with Ancient Grudge in hand's great.
I can't see what the Lantern plays. He's got a Surgical.
He does have the surgical. He's double surgical by the looks of things.
I don't know if it's...
Or
Don't
you
think
just shuffled it around. Ghost Quarter into immediate lantern. That's a Valakut on top.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is it's probably not the turn 1 Valakut because there's a Ghost Quarter there.
Ghost Quarter there.
So what does the Valakut player do about the opposing Ghost Quarter surgical plan?
Play the Valakut on the very last turn when you need to go off.
Yeah.
Or try and beast within the Ghost Quarter beforehand. There's really not a lot you can do about the Ghost Quarter in play. It's more about finding the time to get a second Valakut into play and have 2 in play at the same time, which is unlikely to happen.
There is a Welding Jar to protect the artifacts. It looks like a good draw out of Hunting a Draw player. He does have another land. Okay, Farseek for Sean.
Well, because the Lantern Control player's not got a Thoughtseize or an Inquisition, he's not going to be able to snag that Hour Promise out of Sean's hand, and that's probably going to win the game, same as like game 2.
Yeah, most certainly.
Just getting 2 Valakuts in play at once is going to be hard to deal with.
Well, he can potentially play 3. No, he can't, because the Ghost Quarter will be in response.
The Leigh line.
No, he can get 3. He can get 3 Valakuts down in one turn.
You'll have to put the Hour Promise ones on first,
Yeah, for sure. And then
and then the next
you
one.
hold priority and just play your land drops, which doesn't use the stack, and then your opponent can blow up and surgical.
But it'll be too late by then.
Way too
It'll
late.
be after the Hour Promise resolves.
Okay, so tomorrow resolves. So theoretically, he can
Play Hour Promise this turn.
he can play out from
Be
his
happy
system.
about his life.
I mean,
Matt has to hope Valakut's on top.
Or find a way to play the Ley line straight off the top.
Yeah.
He has a Mox Opal in hand. He needs another coloured mana source. Which
he has a
I don't
glimmer.
think-
He has a glimmer void in hand.
Oh. Oh.
So-
The counterplace. And then no one will be able to win anything.
Well, that's a Rex Sage, so in hand. So
Yeah.
that sort of screws the.
If I was Matt, I would have cracked my lantern.
Do you have to pay? No, you don't. You can just
No,
do it.
you can just sack it and make someone shuffle the library. Yes, you'll be going into a blind situation, but
You wouldn't be dead. Oh, I don't know about this.
I think that might be.
I think that's a
Welding jar?
mistake. Yeah, blow up target welding jar. I don't think that's what you wanted to do.
But there's the Ancient Grudge in hand as well, so he's going to take the entire turn out to kill the Stone Bridge.
That turns the Mox off as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it does. But he's not done it yet.
He has to...
Like, he's going to be so punished by this Glimmer Void.
No, in response to the cast of Mox Opal blow up the ensnaring bridge.
My hammer.
It's down there, Mark.
Thank you.
See him up?
Oh, exactly. He's just like, nope, douche.
Before it resolves.
Yeah, Sean's played very well.
No, he's got an ancient corruption. The grey 40 untaps.
What's the score on the?
The feature match area is 1-1.
Have we got any other games left going? Is everyone's finished?
Everyone's
Well,
finished.
it's not the other semi, but
Oh, cool, sweet.
He's going to surgical the ancient grudge.
Oh, that's going to open him up. Now, I mean, Sean doesn't know that he's not got a second surgical, but
They get to shuffle as well.
Yeah, I think it was more about the pact in...
Yeah, getting that packed off the deck.
I mean, it's going to be a hard game to win for Lantern Control at this point.
Because you can't let like a Titan resolve, because it would do the same thing, just find 2 Valakids.
Yeah.
And that's the only ancient grudge, I think.
Yeah, it's one. He's got a bunch of one-offs for his sort of artifact enchantment removal.
Yeah, we'll call it life or because it's barely relevant.
Yeah, it's not.
This is more like a game of chess. It's like, do I have the right?
So
put-
it's a fast
put you in the
sequence
right
up, which
position.
doesn't matter, so that's not going to get rolled away anytime soon. It's going to get drawn.
No, but you know, unless the Thoughtseize happens,
Well,
Sean's got all of the relevant spells in his hand.
Yeah, he just needs to fire off the Hour of Promise right now.
Yeah, you can even just play the other Valakut.
Well, he doesn't want to play that just in case it gets
Yeah,
surgical.
just play the
in
Hour
response to
Promise
the Hour.
first.
Yeah.
And then play the other Valakut, and then you can't you ghost court the third Valakut, it just
Doesn't matter.
bolts you in the face.
And then all he has to do is sit there and draw whatever card, and he wins.
Pretty much.
But he's just got to fight. What can he be thinking about, like Matt Hunt having? Like, do any of these versions play like any counter magic, like
No.
Metallic Rebuke or anything like that?
I've seen like some versions play Shadow of Doubt, but it's just not useful.
So yeah, it looks like he's just going to go for it, and this should close out the game.
Well, there's still the ley line in Matt Hunt's hand. Obviously, he's just drawing a land next turn, but he might just... I don't know. You could crack the lantern afterwards.
Is he playing a basic planes in his list? Do you know? I can't remember what I deck checked him.
No.
So he's playing basic.
There's 4 Glimmer Void, 1 Spire of Industry, and 4 Moxes to cast the ley line.
So he currently doesn't have.
Oh, so you didn't get 2 Valakids.
Oh.
It does open you up to some...
Oh, it opens him up to Ghost Quarter Surgical Extraction, but Matt doesn't have Surgical Extraction right now. How many does he have in the list? Like 3?
He has 3 in the sideboard, which he'll side all of them in.
Yeah, for sure.
And then he plays the Valakut from his hand.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's not open anymore. Matt won the first game, not the last game.
So there is ley line, which means that
Now the Valakuts don't do anything.
they don't. Sean needs an answer. That looks like an answer right on top there.
He actually couldn't grab double Valakut there because he only had 4 mountains in play.
Oh yeah, sure. But you still grab. You don't
No,
care.
you can just grab them to grab them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not to win the game, just because then you have them in play where they're safe from sort of being
Evil graveyard
Yeah.
effects.
So Lantern is sacrificed to shuffle away the Nature's Claim.
Yep.
But now Lantern Control has no control.
Not really, it's just trying to sit in its bubble. Like, don't hit me.
Please,
Please.
This is where he rips the Nature's Claim off the top again.
Well, there's Nature's Claim and Beast Within.
Yeah,
And
it
another
is
Nature's Claim.
unfetched land. So that's fine. That's not bad. You can just put that into play.
Yeah,
and just leave
put
it
into
there.
play, leave it.
And
Well, it's
the Reclamation Sage beatdown plan.
Yes, the Reclamation Sage beatdown plan is actually happening. On tap. You can't activate the Inventor's Sphere.
You cannot. You do not gain life either.
I have a question about the previous game.
Yes.
When Arrow promised for double Valakut, his opponent took 12, correct?
Correct.
So Valakut says whenever a mountain enters the battlefield under your control?
Yes,
Yeah,
but you
prismatic
do it
omen.
because... Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
prismatic-
prismatic omen, that's-
prismatic
ah.
omen
Prismatic
just-
Omen will make them all mountains.
Wonderful. I can now see on top of his deck. On a very small screen, it's hard to see.
So yes, turning your lands into
Mountains.
all mountains.
So
It's also funny because if you're playing against Jund, sometimes they sideboard in choke. And now none of your lands on tap, ever, if you play Prismatic Omen too
That's
early.
wonderful. You can do that in red-green with Heartless Offering as a choke deck. Give someone a Prismatic open and play choke. With Heartless Offering.
That's brilliant.
That would give someone an idea. There's unfortunately no deck in existence where that series of cards currently fits.
So I assume he's going to point these Velakuts at wherever and just say no, I'm not going to use them.
I am surprised that he's doing that at all. Like surely you'd wait.
You don't really want to draw Prismatic Omen.
I guess.
And if he has to crack his lantern every turn, that's fine. He's just going to Academy Ruins it back on top of his deck.
Hour of Promise. Not really what he's after.
Not
Nor is
really.
that. Down to 12. Reclamation Sage getting the beats. Mind you, that Hunt's draw is not exciting this turn. He has his Hellbent, so. Oh, okay, so he is casting, he's getting the other two Valakuts.
Yeah.
So one one mountain is now
The
lethal.
Valakuts are now dead draws.
Yeah. A single mountain is lethal.
Yeah.
Once the ley line is out of the way.
You could actually just scape shift and take all of the lands out of your deck. Is there any like...
I mean, you could if you thought there was no way you were ever going to get rid of the lantern. But right now, or get rid of the ley line, but right now, like, it's really difficult for Matt to stop him from eventually finding.
No, but Matt's sort of half locked under his own lantern.
Yeah.
Like, he's not drawing any cards because of the possibility that he might die to a Nature's Claim.
Yeah.
Also, the Wilding Jar's a pain.
On the other hand, the clock has got a lot slower because he has Inventor's Fair now is online,
Yeah.
so he can sit there and let it gain the life, or he can
Escape shift.
Okay, so he's remembering his triggers.
Yeah.
That's bought him a lot of time, and you can
Sure.
also just
Reveal.
use it to shuffle, which he probably wants to
Play
do now.
lands. No, he just might sack the Inventor's Fair if he has enough time.
Yeah, I think he should.
Hey, look, Beast Within.
So he can't let him draw the beast within, but he can invent his fair for like a Codex Shredder or something and mill it.
Yeah.
So I would do that right this second. Like, I wouldn't be thinking about shuffling with the library with the lantern just yet. Yeah, let's look what his line is too.
In that case, Matt might just take over the game from here.
Probably. This was a
still
tight
taking
one.
one.
This was really close. But it was all really close because lantern control was really dysfunctional this game.
So.
Well, his hand was quite anemic. He didn't have any Inquisitions or Thoughtseize on turn 1.
Yeah, that's true.
He just spaffed out as much permanence as possible and managed to draw a ley line.
So just to remind you, this is single elimination. So the person who loses this match is out. They will top 8, but they will.
And the winner of the match will continue being on the feature match.
Yes, just because that's the way it has to work.
Because
the other semi-final started.
Yeah, so all the other 3 matches are currently finished. So we're just waiting on this one to finish our quarterfinals.
Ancient Stirrings.
Ancient Stirrings as well.
And I will then get you through the top 4 competitors as well.
Sure.
So you know who's still there.
Thank you. So Ancient Stirrings, looking for more gas. There's a ensnaring bridge. There's also a couple of another.
Yeah.
There's a
it's
cool
gonna be Matt
spell.
Hunt's game.
Yeah, I don't think at this point that you'd have to be incredibly lucky to get out from under this.
No, he'll be able to get more tools that he needs out of his graveyard or
Yeah.
library. With only like 2 Nature's Claims and Beast Within,
Which is gone.
which is gone, it's going to be quite easy to just close out the game from here.
Actually, yeah. Now he's got, like, even if it goes this deck goes Nature's Claim.
Mm.
Relic is a good draw because you can respond. Now, if he has Relic on the battlefield and it goes Nature's Claim,
But
oh,
look,
he
after
milled
draw
it.
step, you've just
Yeah.
milled it.
Yeah, it's gone.
Ensnaring Bridge to lock up the battlefield.
Yeah, we're done here. Like,
I think he's going to escape shift now.
yeah, I think he's got to just scape shift all of the lands out of his deck and just hope he can.
Double hit, but you can never double hit from now on.
No. That was his window, and he didn't.
Oh, did he just escape shift to shuffle his library?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
I mean, he's got another one in hand. Like, what else are you going to do? I'm sure Sean's having the whale of a time.
I mean, I think it's a good thing you can't see his face because it will probably break your heart.
No! Well, I did that to him last time when he played the PPTQ in the semis and I beat him in the quarterfinal.
I wish I knew what a PPTQ top 8 was like. I'm perpetually 9th place. Jamie Propay always beats me on tiebreakers.
I think like Sean's gone to the quarterfinal here in Norwich like 2 or 3 times.
Well, there's a prime time. Wonder if that's going to get to his hand.
Never.
Yes, continue to draw lands.
To be honest, like the prime time wouldn't even be a problem.
No, you just said that.
It's
But
just
I mean-
the repeated shuffle effect of prime time.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, look. More Wooded Foothills.
I don't. Yeah, me and James were both.
We
going on
both
about that.
we
It was
both
just
we
like,
both thought
you
that
saw
was
the
wrong.
ley line on top of the library. Why don't you just wait? Basically, Sean's line of play sort of turned off Matt's mocks in a way,
But
because he blew up one artifact, then the Ancient Grudge in hand blew up another artifact, and it kind of left Matt with barely anything.
but all he had to do, he had a Glimmer Void in hand, so all he had to do is draw one artifact, and he was fine again.
Yeah.
It just obviously Sean didn't know that, but I think he took a massive risk by taking that line as a pithing needle. Run that out. Name Nickel Bottle God Fairy.
I was going to name Merfolk later.
Actually, Gaia Reach Sanitarium's probably a better.
Do you guys have a deck list name with pink writing?
We had one earlier, but we returned it.
Yeah.
That's the other half of this quarterfinal bracket. That's
Yeah.
instead.
Sorry.
That's fine. Man.
Wait, it's on the back of a deck list.
It's got pink writing on it.
No, it's we had that one earlier, but we don't have it anymore.
No. Hey, look, Nature's Claim. Well, I never.
Which of those things do you think he's going to mill it with?
No, don't mill it. Shuffle your library. You could just crack a Wooded Foothills, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like, it's
If you only have one-
this is over. Like I don't understand why he's still in the game. Maybe he's hoping that it should go to time in these unlimited rounds.
I don't know, but I would have at least tried to crack Wooded Foothills and make him stumble a bit.
Yeah, I mean, you could theoretically put it back on top like several times with the shuffle.
There's a Codex credit.
This is done. Look, you can't get out from this now. Oh, sure.
Presented
Draw
by-
as many prismatic omens as you like. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, the needle's on fetches. Yeah.
That'll be it. Yeah, there's no reason you wouldn't have done that. So we can't tell, but it's given the line of play the players have followed. It's probably Wooded Foothills, which
Yeah.
makes sense. It's like the most threatening thing. That's pretty bad when the most threatening thing is cracking your fetch. There's another lantern for backup. There's Thoughtseize. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Again, don't care about drawing wood elves.
I like Jim Miles's plan.
Just two copies of Emrakul. Unfortunately, that gets Pixis of Pyramidorium eventually.
Pandemonium.
Pandemonium. Which puts it into exile. But it would have made the event go on for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Nah.
I mean, you can
There's
hardcast
really
it.
not much library left, actually.
There's not. I mean, you do get an extra turn.
And then you can't attack because of Ensnaring Bridge.
Yeah, but your extra turn means that they've got less effective like codex shredders to stop you from drawing what you need. So at the moment he's only got 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, look, there's a pixel.
5, 6 ways to stop the top card being drawn.
No, that's not enough. You need at least 20.
She picks this. So you probably milled the fact she didn't name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just mill it. There's your next
yeah.
Ukraine. Gone. Go away. So yeah, now he sacrifices Steve, and in response he mills it again. Sacrifices Steve.
Mill it again.
Again. Yeah, milled. And then the rest of
Shuffle
shuffle,
times.
and then the rest of the triggers. Like this is done.
That's a whole lot of cards there.
Yeah, and there he scoops it up.
Oh.
So Sean Leigh eliminated by Matt Hunt's Lantern Control deck. Matt Hunt will stay on the table, and we'll get your new opponent in for our semi-finals very shortly. Sean Leigh finishes in 4th to 8th, 5th to 8th, winning a number of our Devastation booster packs.